Hello and welcome back to Hof Bergmann. So it has been a few days since I've recorded any content on my channel. There wasn't a video out this Sunday and Friday as well just before. That's because I've just been really busy with things, well, family things and a bit of work things as well. I just haven't had the time spare, so it's good to be back on FS19, but it's also good to be back on Hof Bergmann. So I have been doing a few things just prior to me starting to record this episode. So I've done the feed mix, all that's been sorted out, and I've fed the cows down here. We're still waiting on these calves to grow up so we can move them over into here and start getting rid of the calving cows, because they are still throwing out the calves and I keep getting that message pop up, so we want to try and sort that out. Let's just go and have a quick look at the milk and the cheese. Got loads of buckets lying around. That is processing, but quite slowly. We are going to get through that. We definitely need to start filling up the storage area. So still got quite a bit to do. We have got the one, but we'll just keep it going. It should fill up that side. Let's shut this door. Leave the gator in there. That's not changed at all. I have brought in all the square bales from the field, all the square straw bales. Parked up some of the equipment, just tried to tidy it up a little bit. This is now fully stocked up, so the storage point in the back, and I've had to put some at the front, so we're definitely not short on straw anymore. So I've also bought a few things. One thing is this, bought a trailer, massive animal trailer. I think we've got the money now for it, and it's definitely going to come in use for what I've got planned going forward. So with that being said, let's talk about a bit of the plan that I've got. So I have sold all the fields that I've got. I've also sold this area down here for the lime. We're not going to need to use that anymore. And I also just sold this tiny bit here, which was going to be, it's just another bunker area and a few trees. But I thought we're not going to be using that now. Definitely not going to do any sylphy, and I've got plenty of silage on all places really. So I have now replaced these areas that I've sold to just try and free up some time for me with a few places like this. I've got the fruit area, so if you just quickly look on the map, the fruit grove there, that's going to give us apples, and I think it's pears, so we can start doing some apple juice and also some wine. So we'll be focusing on that at some point. And then I've also got the breeding pigs area. We're going to start tackling that, see what all that's about. And then I've also bought the vegetable area, which is where we can do some vegetables and see how profitable that is. So with me doing that, it just frees up a little bit of time, which is why I bought the animal trailer. And that's going to be the first thing I do, which is we're going to go and sell these pigs. Because if I'm going to get the breeding pigs, I really don't need to have these pigs anymore. Because they're going to just be the exact same outcome, which is we sell them for either meat packs, or we sell them to the animal dealership, or we take them to the slaughterhouse, which is pretty much what we're going to be doing to make money from these pigs. So I thought if we're going to be doing the breeding pigs, we're going to have a lot more up there. It's really cool up there as well, because there is a pig food mixer, so we can actually make our own pig food there. And then just, yeah, it's just a lot easier than what I have to do down here, which is use that tiny little portable one that we're walking around with or running around with, which is just here, but it holds a lot less. So I think it just makes sense to free this area up and give us a bit more freedom as well with the time that we've got. But we're going to keep the farrowing pen, because we still need to try and get some more suckling pigs, so we're going to leave that bit rocking. But we're going to go and sell all these now. But in fact, I might have taken down to the butcher, max out what I can do there, because I really need quite a few more meat packs. Probably not too many, but I definitely need some. So pigs are in, I think. Should be. Yep, I can see them at the bottom there just about. Now this does hold quite a bit. I think it's 36 pigs and a hell of a lot of sheep. More than I needed. This is going to be tricky. Probably going to scrape the side. No, we just about made that. So yeah, I've got no fields anymore that I need except the grass field, which is not too much of a problem, because I'm definitely not going to need to do any more crops, I don't think, for a while. But it's given me enough money to buy the areas that I needed, and also in them areas I'm probably going to want to buy some equipment, maybe some more tractors, just so I don't have to keep travelling around and have the equipment on site wherever I'm at. So I don't know how much this is going to max him out. I'm hoping he can actually take all these. Fingers crossed anyway. There we go. So, oh, it looks like I've emptied all 24. If I have, that is really good news. Yep, I have. It seems like he's maxed up now, which means that he's going to be throwing out the meat boxes. And we've got 2 suckling pigs as well. So we can bring them back at some point. But I think right now we'll take this back over and store it away. So I was just thinking about the pigs that we just taken there, and it would have been good to take them down to the breeding pigs, but I'm sure that breeding pig area has to be a different type of breed. I think they are actually called breeding pigs. I may be wrong, but I'm sure that's the case. So, or else I would have taken them down there. Kind of would make sense. So let's just park this up here. That'll be a pretty good place to store that off for a bit. And then let's get on to the next job, which is, if we find it, there we go. We're going to get in the Deutz Fahrt Warrior. We're going to go and take down this load of rye, 20,000 litres of rye, because in this episode my main focus is to do some bread. Now I have mentioned previously that I've tried bread in the previous versions of this game quite a while back now, on my first Let's Play kind of series on Hof Bergmann. And it just didn't actually pay off for me, I'll be honest. It was a lot of work, there was a few little bugs, and yeah, I struggled. I really did. I was definitely no baker, put it that way. But we are going to try it again. So we're going to see how this works out and see if it's profitable at all. Now, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be a lot of work, what it turns out, but I do want to try it out and just show making bread. It's pretty straightforward. So what you basically need to start making bread is you need to get some rye. So you need to obviously harvest some rye. When you've done it, you need to then turn it into rye flour, which is why I'm taking it now to the mill. And that's going to do that for me. It comes off in bags. We're going to bring them bags back to where, just by the shop on the farm, and there's obviously that's where you got all your oven and your mixer to start making the bread. Whoa, jackknifed it then. A little bit too eager. And then we need to get a few more bits and bobs and ingredients, and we can start making ourselves a bit of bread. Dead straightforward. It really is dead straightforward. So what we're going to do is back this up. We're going to tip the rye at this tip point here, which will, you can see it's filling up there. And then this guy over here will start making, as you can see, he's got 12,000 litres now rye, and he'll start making some rye flour sacks. They'll probably, if I remember, they do appear here, and then we'll throw them into this trailer and drive them back. Now this bit here was for the whole grain. So you bring it over here to get whole grain. So there is 2 different sections here. I'm sure of it. And I forget, I think it's that one that fills up, and then that LCD displays how much has been processed. So there is 2 different types of production features over here. So what we need to do is just let a bit of time pass, and then we can start taking some of these sacks back. We won't need much. We'll just wait it out, and I'll probably cut back in when he's processed some of this. Right, so we now processed, well, it looks quite a bit, but it's not actually that much in comparison to what I've put in there. So it's still maxed out at 12,000 litres, and it produces up to 1,500, and then it'll stop, and you need to free up the space to take the bags off these pallets. Like I've done there, I've just thrown them into this. I did just quickly buy this trailer, spawned it in here, so we can take it back, because I have got, well, probably way too much than what I need. So we are going to get a message popping up saying there's no more free space, and we need to basically move the bags out of the way. So I thought we'll let that kind of just carry on, do its thing. We'll leave that trailer there so we can just keep going back and tipping, and we'll go and take these back. I do like this trailer actually. It's a pretty nifty little thing. Right, so I thought I'd just pull up here and just say again another big thank you to all the channel sponsors. Really do appreciate every single one of you. I do keep checking and trying to add everyone's name to the list as soon as I notice. So again, really do appreciate that. Thank you. Right, so luckily when I did stop here, none of them fell out. They kind of all went flying to the front, but they didn't all fall out, which is better than what I expected. Probably should have got a trailer with some straps on, but then this will do the job. It is a nifty little thing for what we need. Right, so this is where you're obviously going to make your bread. Now, I have shown this before, but this is a nice little storage area. You can put wood chip sacks in here. Now, if you've seen my previous episodes where I did go to the sawmill just over here, or the carpentry area, you can buy wood shavings for the bed in there, but I'm sure you can also buy wood chips. So you could bag them off and put them in here, but you can also buy them, which is what we're going to quickly just do, just so I can quickly show you the whole process and what it is you need to do. So first things first, let's just quickly spawn in some of the stuff we need. So we're going to go to consumer goods and we're going to buy a couple boxes of yeast. Now this is a lot better than what it used to be. Before, there used to be small tiny little boxes, and then luckily Farmer Andy made it one big box, so you don't need to get as much. And we also need some firewood sacks, so let's just get a few of these. They're only cheap, 200 litres in each one. I think that's plenty now. So let's get a box of yeast, pick this up. Now they should spawn onto these shelves. There you go, store there. And as you can see in the menu there, in the F1 menu, it does say that you can hold 12, and you can also add 18 sacks of flour, which is what we've got in the trailer. And then I'm sure as well, it used to be that you can spawn over here some wood chips, but that has changed. So wood chips now must be just on the shelf on the outside, which is technically new to me, but I'm not sure how new it is in relation to this version of the game, or the map, sorry. So let's just take this in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get this starting. So we need to bring some wood chips in here, like that. There you go. As you can see, let's put some in. We've still got some space for some more, so we'll grab another bag, because they do go down as it's baking away. Ooh. There we go. So that's full, but we'll just leave this just over here. Now you can close that. If you go over here, you can open it up. And luckily, last time I did have some real problems with this, I'll be honest. Because when I was over here, I kept, instead of picking up the bread, I was always opening this door. So I'm hoping I've not got that same issue, but we will find out. But let's go and put these away. Right, so I've put everything away. I've got 2 sacks up there just in case I need them. Hopefully I won't. I've put the rye flour here. It kind of just spawns in. You can bring it out, which is what we're going to do. We're going to bring out 1 box of yeast and 1 sack of rye flour. So the yeast spawns here. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to put it on there, and as you can see now, it says it requires 1 packet of yeast, which is 100 litres, which has come out of here. This holds 10 now. So this used to be, like I said, it was a lot. You used to get 10 little packs, and now 10 little packs is in the 1 big box, which makes things a little bit better. And then we're going to put some rye flour in. I think that's full, well, nearly full. There we go. So we can drop that just about here. You can see that that's 100 litres as well. And then the last bit, which might be a little bit different for you because I modified the bucket, so this holds a hell of a lot of water now, is you put it on there, it'll fill up. It doesn't usually take this long, it is actually really quick, but like I said, I've modified the bucket for the milk that I've been using over there, so it will hold a lot more water. So I'll just let it fill up, and then we just need to throw it in here and activate it, and then it'll start making bread dolings, and they'll appear on these benches here, and then we pick them up basically and we throw them in the oven, and that's pretty much it. And then we turn the oven on as soon as we've got the dolings in there. I can't remember which shelf. You put them on one shelf and then it brings them to the other when it's cooked. I'm sure it is. So we'll see which way it does it. I'm hoping I get this right, because last time it really didn't work very well. Right, I think that's plenty of water anyway. As you can see, the water is now in there. There we go. It's finally stopped doing that. So you can probably just make out, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there is like some kind of texture of water just there, and obviously all the flour that's in there and the yeast as well. So then we're going to turn on the dough mixer. We're going to let that do its thing. Dead simple. And also you can store everything in here, and these baskets come in handy because that's what you're going to pick up the bread in. And then you can either obviously sell them at different sell points. If we just have a quick look on the map, you'll be able to see in the sell point area where we can go with bread. I think it's the houses as well take it, and I'm sure it's the houses. Yeah, they do. So all the villager names, a lot of it, the farm shop, church. I mean, bread you can pretty much sell everywhere. And even though it looks like a good price there, you've got to remember to get 1,000 litres of bread. Well, it's going to take you a long time. So I'll let this do its thing. You can already see there's some doughlings popping up already. It's only 8.3% though. When they're all here, I'll cut back in and then I'll show you the next step. Right, so it's now 5:10 in game, and we've got 10 doughlings. Well, there's 9 because I've already put one in, but so 10 doughlings is the amount that you get from this one mix. And like you can see as well, it does use up all the yeast, all the rye flour, and all the water that you put in. So one full mix gives you 10. Well, it'll be 10 pieces of bread or loaves of bread in the end. So what you want to do is just lift them up and they'll automatically spawn in the top. Don't put them in the bottom or else you will have a problem. So, like I said, it uses quite a lot of lifting about little things, and depends if that's what you want to be doing. But it can take some time. It really can take some serious time to do this process from start to finish, especially if you want to make loads and then make some good money off it. So we've got 2 more, and they're only 30 litres. Each doughlin is 30 litres. So if you want to make 1,000 litres to get the 1,500, well, it's going to take some time. It really is. So that's full up now. So we're just going to close the combustion chamber. Nope, we're not close that, sorry. And then we close the baking chamber. And then if you just go up to it and you can activate, turn on the oven, and what you'll find is if you just open this, it's a little animation of the fire which looks pretty cool, and it will start baking the bread. And I'm sure that this goes up. If I just speed up some time, you'll be able to see that this does go up, telling you the percentage of it that's done. So it's obviously getting a little bit later now. I just had the door on the farm shop was closing, so won't be able to sell it there until the morning. It's definitely gone a bit dark. So you can see all the messages that get popping up about the cows and different things. It does become a little bit too much. I'm probably going to get another one now when I can't finish processing any more of that rye as well into flour. So it's 82%, 83%. We're definitely close now. Right, so there we go. That's 100%. I want to close that. I want to open this. And now all the bread is at the bottom, fully baked. So, as you can see, you're just supposed to pick them up, right? But if you get to these ones, before what was happening, which it doesn't do now, which is brilliant, which is picking up and, which was, at that point it was opening the combustion chamber and not picking up, so that's really good news. So, it'd be really good if you could fill them from that point. I think that would be brilliant. So let's try that again. There we go. There you go. So it does automatically, weirdly, pop them in there. Which makes me think, why can't I put that in there and then pick them up that way? Maybe it's because I've got to move them first. Now, you don't have to buy these baskets. Oh. No. There we go. Yeah, you don't have to buy these baskets. You are supplied with some already, but you can also buy some more if you do need to, which at this rate we might need some if we wanted to make any more. So I think it holds 9. If I'm going to guess, that basket will hold 9 bread loaves. It looks that way, doesn't it? Maybe Maybe 8. Yeah, so that's full. So it holds 8, which is a bit strange why you can't put that last one in, I see. So we'll put that there. I will pick up this. We'll get these last 2 in. So what I'm probably going to do as well is just do another load. And then wait till the morning, and then we'll sell them at the farm shop here. Because we may as well, now that it's night time, we can't do much else. So I'll crack on with finishing off another load. And then what I'll do is I'll cut back in when I've got all these baskets full and the shop's open and it's morning time, and we can see how much money we're going to make. Right, so it's now 9:25. I've done all the bread. I think I lost a couple of them, I'll be honest. I got that thing again where it got stuck, thinking that I was already holding an object, so I couldn't jump or pick anything up or pretty much do anything. Couldn't interact again. So what I had to do was just jump out of the game, jump back in again. But if you do hover over one in here and press the delete button, which was interesting to see, it does then actually delete the object, which is something that you probably don't want to do, but I did that. But still, we've got quite a bit here. So this is a full box in here. Let's just sell that, see how much we get. £760, so it's not too bad. And I do have to say, it's definitely improved from the last time I did it. There was so many problems with the combustion chamber and the actual picking up the bread. You just couldn't get it to actually pick up, because it was also conflicting with opening and closing the chamber doors. So that's been sorted, which is good to see. And in all fairness, for some of the things I've done on here, like sell eggs and chicks and whatever else, well, it isn't actually the worst thing. So when I started this, I thought I'm probably not going to be a very good baker, but in all honesty, I think I'm turning into a pretty good baker after all. But there you go, that's how you make bread. So if you're interested in doing some bread, pretty much just follow them steps, dead simple. Get some yeast. You obviously need to buy that in. You need some wood chips. You can either bag that off yourself, you can pick it up as loose from just over that direction at the carpentry area, or you can also buy it in, like I said. And then you also need a bit of water, and finally probably the main ingredient is to get some rye and turn it into rye flour, and that's how you're going to be making bread. So we'll close that up. We'll shut up shop in here. Probably turn the light off, might be a good idea. There we go. And we'll also, if we can, there we go, close that. So I think now what I'm going to do is just quickly jump over to the actual biogas, because I want to see how it's getting on with that. There we go, so it's done that. Process that, and we've probably got quite a bit now. 48,000. Nice. So before I end the video, it's only going to be a short one just because the bread didn't take that long. What I am going to do is fill this up again with this massive JCB. Hell of a bucket, really is. And it does make things much quicker than using them conveyor belts. Especially when it's like 12,000 at a time. And it means I can set this going again. And also, I bet the meat man with his meat packs, I bet he's full up now. He probably needs freeing up. Actually, in all fairness, he might not be, because of the fact I increased the meat packs. It does take him longer now. But we definitely need to have a look at the animals and all that kind of stuff. So I will be doing that in between this episode and the next, because probably in the next episode I'm going to focus on either the breeding pigs or the fruits or the vegetables. One of the 3 options we'll definitely be focusing on. And we'll be trying out them new features. But I think on that note, while I'm filling up this, I am going to leave the video there. So really do appreciate everyone watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.